In this video, I want to show you how to solve equations involving logarithms. So we have a few steps that we have to follow. The first one being the use of laws of logarithms to express all logarithms as a single logarithm. Right. Then the next step is to use the definition to formulate an equation. Then after that, we have to solve that new equation for the involved unknown. Right. So let's move on to our first example. Now this is our first example. Right, first of all, let's express the left-hand side in terms of a single base. So according to this law of logarithms, I can simplify the left-hand side. When we are subtracting logarithms of the same base, we simply divide this A by this B. So in this case, the logarithms are of the same base. The base here is 3, the base here is 3 as well. So I can divide the whole of this expression in these brackets by 2. So, like this. Right, now that I have a single logarithm on the left hand side and a single number on the right hand side, right, this 3, according to the definition of logarithms, this base 3 to the power 2 will definitely give me this fraction in the brackets, like this. Right, so we can simplify 9. This 3 to the power 2 give us 9. Then at the same time, multiplying both sides by x. If we multiply both sides by x, we find 2x plus 3 is equals to 9x, like this. Then from here, we are now collecting like terms. Let's take this 2x to the right hand side where it will subtract 9x, so we remain with the 3 being equal to 7x. So 7x is equals to 3. And finally, we are now dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 7. We are now dividing by 7. So x is equal to 3 over 7, like this. Right. Let's move on to our second example. Right. Solve the equation. Likewise, let's express the left-hand side as a single logarithm. If you look at the bases are exactly the same, 2x minus 7, 2x minus 7. So we are going, since we are adding here, we are going to apply this law. When we are adding here, we simply multiply A and B. So, likewise, we are going to multiply 63 by 7, like this. Right, and according to the definition of logarithms, but we can simplify this one. 63 by 7, can simplify it, and we get 441. Now, by the definition of logarithms, this base to the power 2 will give us 441, like this. Then from here, we are now solving a quadratic equation. Let's solve it. Let's simply apply the square root on both sides, but don't forget to apply the plus or minus on one of the sides. I want to apply that plus or minus on the right hand side. So the square root of 441 is 21, like this. The square root of 2 minus 7x squared is 2 minus 7. Right, let's take minus 7 to the right hand side where it will be adding. It will be 2x, which is equals to 7 plus or minus 21, like this. Right, let's split the 2. It will be 7 plus 21, which is 28. Divided by 2, we get 14. 7 minus 21, it will be minus 14. Divided by 2, it will be minus 7. Right, so our answers are 14 and minus 7. But we are going to discard this one. We are going to ignore this one because we are working in the set of real numbers. So in the set of real numbers, there is no logarithm of a negative number. There is no logarithm that has a negative base. So if we take minus 7 and substitute it back into the original equation, it will be, the base will be minus 21. which is impossible in the set of real numbers. So we are going to ignore this minus 7. So we are going to take x as 14 like this. So the final answer is x is equals to 14. Right? Here is your exercise. Practice with these questions. And here are the answers. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, and share them.